Excellent. So the reality is we don't always have time to read full instructions. We totally get that. So what we're going to do is we're going to run through the lesson plan very quickly for all 3 days and just show you what you're going to be doing with it. So this is your teacher copy here. So what's really cool about this is it's a QR code if you want. You can scan this on your phone to watch the KCT Lost LA episode. If you would also like a copy of this and other teacher stuff, you can use this bit.ly code and you're good to go. So let's move forward through. We already know the overview. We know the historical essential question and the inquiry question that we're going to be asking. And again, our focus primarily is on making the beach culture equitable for everyone, so we have to look at the past for that. If we go on to here, so we see our step 1 through step 4, and again, step 4 is optional, but we see each day changes, so we're going to do an artifact analysis all the way to a project analysis online to a community action plan. But let's get straight to this. So step 1, this is what your students will see, and the same thing you have here is what they have. Obviously, though, the only thing they don't have is the emoji con and the yellow stuff telling them what to do. So what's nice about step 1 is it's broken into different articles and different sections. So these sources are short articles, these are illustrative maps, photo sets, and so forth. So if, per se, a student is on source 3, they would simply click, go to it, and there we go. It's there, ready for them. Very easy. They can access this on their phone too. They can move it around. They can look at things. But if we go back and look, what we're asking here is we really want them in certain things to uncover what is missing. So if we go through source 1 and 2, we can see we would just click that and it takes us to the articles. There's what they fill in. But primarily what I want focused in this and what you're going to want is that inside of these maps, let's really focus on what's not being represented. Right? So in here, when we're looking at the beach, what do we see as students? Who is not involved in that one per se? So if we zoom in a bit more, what are we looking at the people? What are we seeing in 1942? Um, what is being represented, right? And for example, as we move in here, so why do we see this representation in 1942 and so forth? So those are the things we're really looking for in that one to make this lesson plan series real quality. The next ones we go to are the pictures, so just make sure they're focusing on the actual pictures and maybe what is missing or what is being represented. So that's step 1. We move on to step 2 now, and step 2 is really taking it into present day and seeing what the coast means to Californians. So step 1, we looked at the historical relevance of things. We looked at what was missing, what was wrong. Now we're looking on what it means to Californians in general. And what's really cool about this process is you can use the QR code and it'll take you straight to there. You can use the bit.ly or you can click the link and it will give you the article. Well, it's actually not an article, it's an online project done by UCLA. So what is really, really, really cool about this is there is so much stuff in here for students to learn about. As we go through, we see maps, we see interactive things, you name it, it's there. So we're really looking at how has the coast been preserved, who has access to it, what are the access points, all those things, what are issues. There's just a lot for it. So how they're going to do this is they go through the actual sources there, go through the 3 different parts, fill their evidence in. I can't say enough good things about this one. It's just a lot of fun to get their hands wet with and looking at it. If we go then finally to step 3, so step 3 is now moving into the future. So we're going to create a community action plan for looking at past problems and how we want to enjoy it in present day. So we're going to create a community action plan. Here's where it can change for you, determining what you're going to use in terms of a step process. You can use canva.com, you can use Spark Adobe. I've used them both before. To make actual things, you can log in for free, very quick. You can do a Google Docs, you can do anything you want. It's your choice in that one. The whole point is you want it to be a community action plan per se. So this, for example, if we use this emoji con, Nagabaldon Day was a way to get people to come out, celebrate the king, the African-American surfer in Nagabaldon, who really pioneered surfing for communities of color, made this. So we want to see something like that per se in that. Doesn't necessarily have to be through Canva or Spark Adobe. It was just easier to find things through that. Totally how you want to do it. If we move on down here, there is also a rubric included for you in terms of the community action plan and what you might want to score things. So we know it's out of 15 there. So just look at it, very simple rubric. Everything is covered the way it should be, and you're good to go on that one. But this is a really fun point in this. If we do go back to step 4, though, this could be another day if you'd like it. It could be on the same day. It could be a day 3. But this would be where you would make the community action plan, and then you would go back and do some type of Socratic seminar, gallery walk, museum walk, whatever it is, where the student teams can actually showcase what they've created, and maybe have a little bit of collaborative insight in terms of why they made that and why they didn't, stuff like that. But totally optional for you. So again, if we go back here, step 4 is not mandated. It is not a requirement. It is optional. Just steps 1, 2, and 3 are really the lesson plan series. Step 4 is an add-on bonus. So once you're done with that, congratulations. You have made an awesome, awesome lesson series plan for your students, and there's just a lot to engage in within this. If you have any questions, you can always feel free to reach out to me, and I'm very willing to help you. But I'll be honest with you, you got this covered. You have everything there that you need to. Run with it, have fun, and I guarantee your students are going to be massively impressed with what they found, and it's going to help them wrestle with the past of Los Angeles and how we make corrections moving forward. Have a wonderful time. Good luck.